What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Chevy Red, and you are now locked into a new episode of Chevy's Red Corner. And tonight, like always, I got one of your favorite boxers on. And tonight, that boxer is the still WBO Welterweight Champion of the world, Brian Norman Jr. Listen, this episode is going to be great. All right, so take a second, share the live, go tell your cousins, your aunties, and them to get over here. And shout out to my sponsors for this episode, Fight Book. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys go follow and sign up. And Easy Track Software Solutions. We're going to get Brian in here in just a second. And listen, we're going to talk about it. Shout out to everybody. All right, let's go here. Ooh, okay. Let's see what's going on. Brian, go ahead and drop me a comment real quick. Again, shout out to everybody in the room. Go ahead and take a second and share the live. It's going to be great, y'all. Shout out to Thrill Boxing in here. If you guys haven't already or not familiar with Thrill Boxing, make sure you guys go and follow them too. Stay up to date on all the boxing news. All right. I don't know how you do it, but you get all the exclusives and listen in a timely manner. Well, I appreciate you tuning in, DJ A-Tracks. Appreciate you. Yeah, Craig. Listen, the personality's about to come out. I can't wait. Exciting. The first time I interviewed Brian, it was a movie. All right, we're going to go ahead and get you in here real quick. Uh-oh. It says Brian is unable to join. Let's see. Mm-mm. There we go. There it is right there, the champ. Listen.
The world, Craig.
Listen, come on, Craig. Again, y'all, it's your girl Chevy Red here on Chevy's Red Corner, and we are now live with the WBO Welterweight Champion, Brian Norman Jr. What's going on, champ? How you feeling?
What's going on? What's going on? Everything cool.
Good, good. Listen, busy day today. Listen, the news breaking things all over the social media that had me flip my interview all the way upside down. So we're gonna come and talk about it. You can hear me? You got me?
I got you.
Okay, cool. All right, so the last time we interviewed, you had just been elevated to the WBO World Champion, right? And you were to talk of boxing, but not in such a great light, right? You know, people talking all day mess, email champion, this and that. You didn't deserve all of that. And now here we are, almost a year later, not even a whole year later, and now you're to talk of boxing because you're that guy in the welterweight division.
See how fast
All right.
things change?
So how that feel? How those tables feel turning like that?
I mean, it's a wonderful feeling, but at the same time, I remember how I just was, like you said, not even just a year ago. So I still got that chip on my shoulder.
Listen, right there, and wearing it very nicely. Okay, we got a lot of things to talk about. The big KO, defending the belt. I mean, possibly the KO of the year. I mean, it was crazy. We're gonna talk about it, but like I said, things have developed over the last few hours, you know, and so I want to go ahead and ask you right now, Brian Bartholomew. Okay, I'm giving you a middle name, Norman Jr. Have you signed a contract to fight Devon Haney?
There's no contract to be signed just yet, so that's all we waiting on. I know Bill tried to put it out there, but that boy just over here lying. Ain't no contract to be signed just yet, but when the contract does come out, of course we're ready to sign that thing. We cool with all the terms, we cool with everything. All we need is a date and a venue, and we on go.
And there we go, right there. It is right there from the man himself, you know, because listen, we know how Bill can be. We know how everybody can be in the social media, everything, you know. So I wanted to just ask that to you directly. And listen, I appreciate the response. Now, with that being said, the last time that we did interview, we had talked about, you know, kind of what you were prioritizing in the welterweight division. And you said, you know, you wanted to go for the belts, you wanted the unification and everything. So if the contract does come or whatnot, or there is an offer, where is Devon on the priority list of what you're trying to accomplish in the welterweight division?
Currently he don't have a belt, so I won't say he necessarily super duper number one he the most important thing ever. No, but I know no matter what, if I don't fight him now, I might have to fight him in the future. So might as well go on and get that thing over with now. But of course, I want all the belts, but the big fights come with the belts as well. So why not blend the two?
Right. Exactly. Right there. And just speaking of, the contracts and everything, I know you've been asked this a million times, but different followers, different platforms and everything, in regards to the contract or whatnot with Boots. And, people saying you're ducked and everything. Definitely not a duck, and people I think need to realize there are things that happen behind the scenes. So again, with the contract with you fighting Sasaki, first, can you kind of just explain that for the people who might not be up to date with it?
So first thing is people minds is all over the place. I see some people saying I said no 3 times. Some people saying I said no 4 times. We only had two negotiations. Well, not even negotiations. We only talked twice. That one
Mm-hmm.
last year, and then the one when he was trying to say I can only sign a contract um before I fight Jensen Saki, like regarding fighting after Jensen Saki, but only sign it before the actual fight happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they did all of that on purpose to like try to smooth their way out the division, knowing they ain't go fight me or anything like that. Because after his last fight, I don't know if you remember, he was saying how comfortable he made 147. He said how good he felt, how he can do this, and how it's no struggle at
That
all.
part.
And then literally the day before my fight, the day before, he said he moving up. And then the doctor said he only performing at 30 or 40%. And now I got a question for all y'all. What tests do they take? Like what do they do to find out you only performing at 30 or 40%? Like
Right.
where that number come from? What test did they run? Like how do you even come up with this whole little thing right here now? If you said you just wasn't feeling good, cool. But you already said you felt amazing. You made the weight very, very perfectly. So that ain't going over. And people try to say, well, why didn't I just sign a contract before the Jensen Sasaki fight? Look at Caleb Plant. What happened to him when he was
Mm-hmm.
trying to fight Charlo? His eyes wasn't on the prize and he lost.
Exactly.
Um, Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney were supposed to run it back, but guess what? Ryan Garcia eyes wasn't on the prize, so he lost. So it excused me for trying to do the right thing and focus on everything, fight by fight, day by day. And then literally, you could go watch a whole bunch of interviews. I said, literally, right after this just a psychic fight, we can hop on the phone and make something happen. I'm cool with that, but for the time being, let me focus on Jen.
Right, exactly. So, one, let me say this. I think you did the very responsible thing. Focus on what's in front of you. And, a lot of fighters that I interview, they say that. Listen, I'm not even worried about that, so I stay away
Mhm.
from the questions about the future fights most of the time. It's like, I got this right now, I got to focus on that. I will also say this because y'all know I'm going to say how I feel. I will say that I feel in regards to Boots, how at first he was saying he was comfortable at 147 and everything. There were some pictures that came out on social media, and here go people. Oh, he looked weight drained. He don't look good. He looks small. He looked like he's struggling. So maybe that had some effect as well. But for me, how people just like, oh, you ducked, you ducked. If you really sit and think about it, and with the explanation that you have given, we signed a contract right after the final bell.
Mhm.
It kind of looked like Boots might have ran away
Yeah,
from it.
hold up.
I'm just saying.
And why he had to make that announcement literally the day before my fight. You couldn't wait till the week after. You couldn't. You had all this time beforehand, before my fight. You could have said it, but no, you said it literally the day before. So you knew what was gonna happen. You knew I was finna call you out and try to make a fight happen. So then he tried to escape to the next division.
Right. So now, speaking of that, I know we moved up. I mean, of course, the fans always throw out what they want to see. But at the end of your fight with Sasaki, you called out Boots in a very poetic way. And so, what happens? What needs to happen in order to make that fight happen?
I mean, once again, with the contract, everybody said I said no to. We could have fought after the Jen Sasaki fight. The fight just happened not even a week ago, so we still got time to make something happen right now. Like
Hmm.
with the Devin Haney thing. Even though they're trying to say it's a contract out there, ain't no contract out there, so ain't no contract they signed. So we are still out here. We can still make something happen. I don't care if it's Devin Haney or Boots. We still right here. We can make one of those fights happen.
Right there, right there. And listen, y'all go here first right here on Chevy's Red Corner because you know everybody gonna ask about the predictions. Everybody in the inboxes. I'm gonna say it right here. I think that Brian Norman stops Devon Haney, and from there, I don't think Devon bounces back because the confidence is already shot, in my opinion, and I don't think he bounces back from that. So I'm gonna save y'all the time waiting on my prediction. I got it right there. All right, so let's go ahead and get off of that and let's talk about your amazing defense of your WBO title real quick. You know, I'm not going to keep you long today, but you had such a great performance, right? I mean, it was just flawless. I did a video and I'm like, listen, the way you was punching and bringing it back, holding the phone. Listen, like I said, on the phone with everybody, baby mama in the welterweight division, putting
Yeah.
everybody on notice. I mean, the performance was amazing. Now, with that being said, I do want to ask this, right? Because when this fight was made, and people have to realize as well, you guys signed this contract last year, correct?
Wait, who?
With Sasaki. Was this
Last year?
signed?
No, no,
When was
no.
this?
It you know, I just fought it back in March.
Right.
So now we signed it after that one. Around what time period? I'm gonna say April, May. I'm gonna say probably early May, if I'm mistaken. Late
Okay.
April, early May.
Okay, got you. Okay, okay. So, with that though, do you feel like people were underestimating you going into this fight, right? Because, you know, a lot of the buzz was that he was going to beat you.
Hmm.
He's a big knockout fighter. He's had a lot of knockouts and great success over there in Japan. Do you feel like, and I don't want to use really the word setup, but do you feel like it was a setup going wrong and you went over there and just shocked everybody?
No, this time I won't say it slick was a setup, but at the same time I won't say that because we signed up for it. So I'm cool with all of that. But going into it, exactly what you said. A lot of people still doubt me. A lot of people say I can still get clipped. I'm so easy to get hit. This gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I seen some ranking systems where they had him above me, even though I'm the champion. So. That's another reason why I accepted the fight as well. Also on his home turf, it was just to prove I don't care what y'all may think. I know what I got going on.
Exactly. So you know how I like to do. I like to get into the fighter's mind, fight night, and everything. So just real quick, run me through. You know, coming into the arena. You know, over there, I'm sure the you know the energy, the atmosphere for you was not ideal. So
Mhm.
how was it? You know, mentally going into the arena and in the back room getting ready for the fight.
No, actually everything was cool. I don't thrive off other people's energy no more. So every time I go in there, I don't care what's going on out here. I'm one with myself. So I keep everything right here. I keep everything level. That's why I guess I was so calm and cool in the fight. But um everything was perfect. Even the fans, they do operate a little bit different. Like of course over here we all loud and proud. We do a whole lot of cheering, yelling. But over there, for the most part, they be calm and cool, chilling. They may even clap. They won't even make a whole lot of noise for real. So it was a little different, but it wasn't too much.
Okay. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because, you know, when the big fights are in Saudi Arabia, I feel the same way, right? It's real quiet. It's just like,
Hmm.
how did, you know, how the fighters getting into it, how they hyped up. So, you know, it really does not have any effect on how you perform.
No, I'm the assassin. I gotta make still terminate my target.
All right. Now we're in the ring walk. We're going down. We walk into the ring. What's going through your mind?
First of all, I wish I could have heard like the song I was coming out to. It was called "King's Back" by Ti. But it's the way he come in the intro, and then he drop in. He said, "Let me get you boys acquainted with the youngest in charge." And then I come out there. And, man, it was a whole movie. You just had to
Listen,
see the whole lineup. When Pop said he shed a tear, man, it was a real life movie.
there you go. Listen, I wish we could have heard it because listen,
Yeah.
I set my alarm clock for the crack of dawn.
Hmm.
Okay, that would have been nice to come like, oh, he talking that mess. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go. All right, so we get in there. You know, announcements have been made. The referee gives instructions. Boom, the first bell rings. What is your first thought? Like, do you have a sequence that you play, or like, all right, I'm coming out, I'm gonna do this. Like, what's
Nah,
going
it
on
just, it
in the
just
first?
straight up. find your rhythm and find your range. Just find yourself. So every time I step into the ring, it's just all right. What we working with? What we at with it? We coming forward. We boxing. We moving. We're like where we at with it. So now that's all I'm doing. Just trying to see what kind of time I'm gonna be on.
Okay, got you. Go right there. Now, when you're finished with the fight, the big KO. I mean,
Hmm.
we saw it. Listen, I think this was probably one of the first times I'm watching the fight and I actually saw it about to happen. I was like, oh, before the hit even hit landed, I saw it. I mean, the what do you even call it? The setup for that was,
Yeah,
I mean, perfect. I was like, oh, it's coming, and then boom,
yeah.
knockout. In that moment, what are you feeling? What is going through your mind, of course, other than yeah.
The crazy part is, for some reason, I don't be getting that feeling. I don't know why. You know, that big
No,
old,
okay.
yeah, the big old excited feeling. For some reason, I don't get it. So right after I knocked him out, I just went over there to the corner. Of course, bowed down to everybody. Bowed
Hmm.
down to him. Went on about my business.
Right. Now, I know that you have kind of answered this question in regards to the knockout. Once you realized that he was not getting up, that he was pretty hurt. Um, in those moments, one, how does it make you feel? And then two, do you take that home with you? I know that in boxing things happen. These are things that we expect. I mean, we expect that somebody won't wake up at all. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But people kind of deal with it differently. Do you ever take it home with you?
I'm gonna have to say no. When I step into the ring, I'm gonna be real. I don't know that dude. That boy there is different. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
Mm-hmm.
like right now, every time, even in sparring, I'm who I am right now. I just be chilling. Even in sparring, I laugh with you, kick it with you, and everything like that. But when it
Mm-hmm.
comes down to fight night, like every time I think back on my fights, I can see it, like I can remember it, but I can't feel it again because it be like I was just a different person for that time being. So um, I don't really deal take none of that with me because I don't feel that no more.
Okay, got you. Understood. Like I said, that's a kind of a tough subject, and when those things happen. But now everything has cleared. He all right. We got confirmation. He is
Yeah, he
good.
cool. He back on the money.
There you go. He ready, right?
Hmm.
Probably back in the gym.
Yeah, he said he want to fight me again
Oh,
later on down the line.
oh, he wanted to read
Hey,
it. Listen, I'm here for
hey,
it. I'm here for
that
it.
boy got hot.
All right. So, after everything has cleared, you get back home. How are you? How do you enjoy your win?
Shit, I'm still recovering right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. That whole 13-hour flight there, 2 weeks, 13-hour flight back, it done drained me. So I'm just tired. Shoot. So
Listen,
right now I'm still recovering. I ain't even did nothing celebratory just yet. So we trying to do something soon.
there you go. Listen, so send my invite when y'all do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, turn up in Atlanta. I like the
I
South. I'm
got you.
down here in Louisiana right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get you up out of here in just a second. Two more things. One, if the Devon Haney fight does not happen, who do you have next on the list?
Of course, the WBC fight, whoever wins that one with Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios.
Okay, right there. So looking to bring it all in right there.
Mhm.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
actually, this all lines up perfectly. I go out here and get my fight done with Devin if it does get made, and then I like staying consistent anyway. So let's say February, March, I can get right back in with the winner of the Pacquiao fight.
There it is right there. Well, we're gonna have to see. I believe that's July 19th, that weekend.
Hmm.
So make sure y'all tune in. We're gonna see, and then hopefully we can make that happen. And the last thing, Brian, it's kind of cliche, right? Because usually in my interviews with give your number one piece of advice, right? But
Hmm.
for this one, I want you to give it to the underdog, the boxer,
Hmm.
the fighter that the people say, they don't deserve to be where they're at, or, the people are doubting them. Because again, look at the full circle moment we have right here.
Hmm.
So go ahead and just drop that advice for them, anybody watching.
I say trust yourself and always bet on yourself, and just keep going. Stay hard headed. People are looking like being hard headed like a bad thing, but sometimes you do need to be hard headed. Everybody gonna tell you no. Everybody gonna tell you shouldn't do it, but you keep going out there day in and day out and keep working on yourself, and in due time, everything will come. These folks are not better than you. They just got here before you. That's all it is. Your time is now, so just take advantage.
Listen, that should be on the shirt. These folks are not better than you. They just got here before you. Oh, come
Exactly
on
that.
with a message. Well, listen, Brian, I appreciate you coming on with me. Again, everybody, if you are new to Chevy's Red Corner, make sure to go and follow me. If you are new to Brian Norman, first of all, you're living under the rock, and I need you to get your life together. But make sure you guys go and follow him. Great things to come, big things to come. And y'all already know somebody gonna take a clip from this and post it. Make sure y'all tag me. All right, this your girl Chevy Red. I'm out, y'all.